All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're improvising here. There's nothing really scripted, and we have the one and only Little June. He is a young kid that we have seen grow before our eyes, someone who has been in the business from the inception. When he was born, actually, his dad was involved in Estrella Zubo. For those of you who don't know, Estrella Zubo was one of the top bands back in the 80s and 90s, mostly 90s,
90s.
and out of New York, right? And so if you want to know more about that aspect of Little June, man, you could revisit his bio. I'm gonna put his bio under this video so you could see a little bit of the history of his dad, how he was one of the top musicians out there in New York. And as you all know, those who know about Punta music and Garifuna music, New York is the crib of Garifuna music. That's where everything came out of. They laid the foundation for many bands that came out. I could mention some of the latest ones like Garifuna Kids, Garifuna Legacy, Legacy Gifted, but there's plenty of them, and it's just but it's all about Little June. So Little June, man, tell us about what you're promoting this time around. Today is what, June 26th? And so what's going on? What's going on in a new album for Little June?
Well, I unexpectedly just released a brand new album, which is called Afro Punta 3, Retro Thriller. I haven't made no announcement, nothing. I just decided to just release it and bring happiness again to the world. That's what's going on right now, and this is the first time I'm actually returning back into the music scene after really like taking a break from the music for 2 years. So now I'm actually really getting back into the motion where I was in the year of 2020 when I first released the song "Oh My God."
Man, oh my God! Let me cut you right there because oh my God is not a joke. Oh my God was a success. Was a $1 million, I mean, not a million views song, and it made it across the board. I mean, not only Garifuna people were dancing and listening to it or watching it on YouTube, but it was everybody out there, and not only in Central America. We're talking about beyond the borders. So what do we expect from Afro Punta #3?
You should really expect a more musical side of Little June, something that I haven't really got a chance to really showcase during the times that I've been a solo artist since the year of 2009, actually, so 15 going on 16 years as a solo artist. So yeah, cumbia, baranda, punta, of course Afro Punta, reggaeton, dancehall, Afro beat, pop music. It's just all types of musical genre of music, not just only for the Punta lovers, because of the type of audience that I perform for is more of a global type of audience. You know, sometimes I can be performing for Garifunas, Latinos, Hispanic, Americans, white people, you know, black people, Chinese people, all types of music, you know. So I'm a very well-rounded type of artist because I do music for all types of races and audience. You know, it's not just mainly that. So I want the audience to feel what I do musically every time I, you know, hit the stage.
Let's dive a little bit deeper into how you create the music. I remember going back to Oh My God, that album right there. I think it was previous to that album.
Yeah,
You told me that you were going to change the pattern, that the drumming and the drum machine and all of that same style that we were listening to coming from Honduras, from Guatemala, from Belize, especially from the United States and New York. You said no, we're gonna change it, and you did. When you created Afro Punta, that was a refreshing way of bringing the African beat into the punta. So tell us a little bit about that process. What prompted you to actually make that fusion?
I remember the end of 2016 after just, you know, performing punta. Like I originally was ready to move forward and, you know, cross over and stuff, you know, because when it comes to Punta, it's only cultural. It's very cultural. Only cultural people can understand Punta, you know. And then to live in a place like North America, we have all types of people, you know, different types of cultures, different types of things. So my thing is, how will I be able to connect with just with everyone? If it's like if people was to live in a neighborhood, you know, and you have, you know, Mexicans, you have uh, um, the whites, you have the blacks, you have the Americans and stuff. My thing, and then you also have Garifunas, you also have Catrachos, Chapins, you know, everything. But as far as the Punta, we only speak to Central America. And with an artist like myself, born in America, it's just like, all right, cool, I am that too, but I'm also American too. How can I combine? So, make the long story short, when I first started hearing about Afrobeat, going to events, and I'm like, man, because I always been trying to like think of a way. It was like, how can I still do punta music, but heading towards a commercial side globally, and not lose the roots and culture. So when Afrobeat, I remember I went to the event, going to Hollywood's, hearing a lot of Afrobeat DJs playing Afrobeat, and it was fresh and hot. And I said, oh my God, this is it. So I'm listening to the sound as a producer, not just an artist. And I'm like, oh, okay. So if I take some elements of the Afrobeat and take some elements of Punta, and I combine it together, there goes the sound.
You did because you attracted a lot of Mexicans.
Yes.
And when we talk about Mexicans, we're not just about talking about Mexican national. We're talking about Mexican descent people who live in America, who love your music, who dance to the videos and everything. And then the next part of it, I think that really pumped your video and your album is the fact that you create videos right along with it.
Yes.
Now, when you make videos, you are teaching people how to dance to "Oh My God." You're showing them steps. So, how to that's a script. How do you write the script for that?
Well, it's the music. The music talks to me. You know, like when I listen to the music, you know, I close my eyes, I vision, and you know, it's just based off the motion. So it's something that happens spiritually when it comes to you being a creator. So as a creator, it's like you let the Lord talk to you and how you feel. And then I'm also the type of person that likes to see something that has never been done before. So that's where it really comes from. If I see something where it's like, okay, neighborhood 1, and then you got neighborhood 5, then you got neighborhood 7. It's like all neighborhoods are different, right? Each neighborhood has their own flavor and how they do things. My thing is like, okay, what if I was to combine those neighbors together? You know, get a little piece of this. It's kind of like, you know, when you're cooking and you kind of, you know, you put your little ingredients and you mix it and then you make a product. So that's how I was looking at it. A little bit piece of neighborhood 1, neighborhood 2, neighborhood 5, boom, mixing it all together and then adding a little June flavor and touch into, you know, what I do musically.
Little June, I hope that with the information that we're sharing with our audience, does get to the majority of people who don't understand producing, who don't understand what goes behind the scenes, because you do it all. And my respect to you, man, for what you do. But it's not easy. This is the job that you do is like call sales, like going door to door, knocking on doors, and you know that out of 20 people, you're gonna get one sale. But you're different. I would say out of the 20 people that you call, I would say about 15 would say, yeah, bring it to me. And not only do you accept sale for the sale of the CD, but you also have your own equipment. Tell us how could people actually pay for your product on the spot?
Yeah, so this is a square reader. So, you know, it accepts all types of cards like, you know, Visa, you could do Apple Pay, you can tap and everything. So this is like my way of like really connecting with those that really support me, you know.
So people have no excuse then.
Yeah.
So if they don't have
no
Zelle,
excuse.
if they don't know how to do what Cash App,
They don't know how
or
to
none
do
of that,
Cash App or Cash
Right
or
there, ladies and
Venmo,
gentlemen.
right there. You know, you literally can just. I wish I had my card, but yeah, you just have a card and you just go ahead, boom, and accept
Tap
it,
it.
and you'll get the CD with an autograph as well too. And to reach to me, you know, you either can contact 6809, or you can go to afropunta.com.
There is a marketing genius of you right there. I mean, I was going to ask you that next, but you actually put it out there. So it's 1999, ladies and gentlemen. I just bought my copy of the album, Afro Punta 3. Right there and there, and I am getting ready to play this over the weekend. I will be DJing in Los Angeles for a birthday party, so I will be jamming to Little June's music, and we wish you the best, Little June. I know there is a lot more to talk about, but then I mean, this was essentially what I wanted to get out of you. I wanted to let people know that there's a new album, since you chose not to advertise it, not to do the usual that you do. You know, you do the pump and circumstance.
Coming soon, and then people was waiting for the day, and then it doesn't come out on that day. A lot of disappointment. So it's just better to really see it. It's like, oh my God, I'm excited, and it's available now.
So what's up with the Rich and Thriller? Thriller?
So Rich and Thriller, right, is a title that aims for determination. So the rich part, you know, because I'm rich spiritually, you know, and salute to my artist, great artist. His name is 50 Cent. So I got the Get Rich or Die Trying part from his title. And then Thriller, everybody knows.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. That's my favorite artist. You know, so I grew up listening to him, and, you know, a couple of things that I do comes from him. So I'm combining, you know, it's just the fact that Thriller is like one of the top selling albums of all time, and that's what I'm aiming for with this album. This album is, I'm looking forward to make this album, make sure that everybody in this world has an Afro Punta 3 Rich or Thriller album. Have the same success as Michael Jackson.
So I'm gonna ask you one question, and then in the end, I want you to repeat the phone number where people could actually call, and the website where people could actually go and interact with you, get a copy of the album. My question is about how many views do you have on Oh My God? I mean, you did multiple videos for it, but then what is maybe the combined, and then which one of the 3 or 4 videos that you have of Oh My God has the highest, or which song of the many that you have out there have the highest views on YouTube?
Streams, Oh My God, just reached over 20 million streams worldwide. There's so many other million streams on Spotify. I believe it's like 5, 6 on Spotify. A lot of people don't know, I haven't made the news yet, but on TikTok, I have over 100,000 TikTok videos right now. Over 100,000 TikTok videos. So I am the toppest Punta artist on TikTok right now.
So what is if people want to find you on TikTok, how do they find you?
You just have to write Afro Punta official.
Okay, sounds
everything
good.
Everything is Afro Punta. If you can't find anything, you could go on Google, type Afro Punta. Anything you want to find, it will pop up on google.com.
Will it pop up if I type Little June?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it will highlight it too. You know, once you type Little June, and then it will suggest the Afro Punta next to the name.
Linked up. Okay,
so,
beautiful.
Yeah, so Little June Afro Punta. And once again, afropunta.com. If you want to contact me again and everything, is 818-738-6809.
Thank you, Little June. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. God bless y'all.
Qué botea.
Hey, DJ La Buga.